Hello everyone, this is Vickie Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly tarot scopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading. Cancer. Hi Cancer. Thank you for joining me for your August of 2015 tarot scope with Animal Totem card. A lot going on. I'm going to be launching a lot of stuff, and if you see in the upper right corner or somewhere over here, I'm going to have some video of these new readings that I'm going to be offering. Because people want me to do email readings, and this way you don't have to wait for an appointment, you know. It's an astrology reading, but it's a psychic astrology reading, and it really talks a lot about like past lives and stuff. And it's called, I don't have it ready what it's called. I'm going to have to find out for you right now what it's called, because excuse me, people are going to want to know. I'm already on the second video and I still don't have all my ducks in a row here. I'm going to pull it up and let you know. But it's pretty cool, you know, and I think it's called your life path or life purpose reading or something like that. But anyways, it takes a look at your chart, and then I get a lot out of that, actually. I mean, these are all tools. If you're psychic, you can use any tool or no tool at all. You know, it's just all different tools for the same thing. And it's not a traditional astrology reading by any means, but it is kind of like more about your life purpose than it is about you know, any predictive future stuff. It's not really predictive in nature, let's put it that way. It's called the Soul's Journey video chart reading. So check that out if you're interested. And another thing, what's going on for Cancer? I'm going to get some cards going here. Another thing, oh, a bunch are coming out. Another thing that I'm launching that I want you guys to all check out is this a new interview series about creativity called Inside the Creative Spirit. And this is going to be an ongoing series that I'm going to keep doing, and talk to people about, you know, creativity and possibly how it relates to spirituality, but we'll see where it goes. You know, I'm not putting too many things on it. Let's just see where it goes. Okay, well, here's your reading, guys, for the August 2015. You know, you do have Tower in reverse and Devil. I mean, let's get the, not the bad news, but let's look at it. Let's deal with this. You know, Tower's here, but it is in reverse. Tower in reverse usually isn't as intense. You know, it's like maybe you saw it coming. Maybe it's kind of like you're anticipating it, or you know, there's fear around it. And I think some of the fear around it, I think a lot of you are going to be walking away from a day job of some sort. Or you're going to walk away from some sort of financial security, but you must, because you must do it. You know, you can't be in bondage anymore. Because that's what Devil talks about. I'm in bondage to something. And it's always false bondage, false imprisonment. It's only in your mind, you know, it's not in, you could always be released from it. You know, it's not cutting, you know, it's not, on this deck, it's not the best deck to illustrate that. I don't know if I could find the Devil. I have my little mini Rider-Waite over here. But maybe I should pull it out to just try to show you guys. Because the key thing to the Devil card, you know, people see the Devil and they get all flipped out. You know, here he is. Well, you probably can't see it that well on here either. After all that. Yeah, but the shackles are loose. It's like, well, you can see it on their necks. The shackles are loose. They're not really in prison. They could drop them at any time. You know, they could just, you know, drop them at any time. but so it's like a self imprisonment kind of thing. So there is or it could be like, I really feel now these bracelets are bothering me. Because I'm talking about shackles. Well, that's probably, I think this is where bracelets might have even originated, come to think of it. But back to the reading. It's a false imprisonment. And then the tower's here in reverse, so that's like, it could be a breaking out. I'm breaking out, baby. That's what I'm feeling like. I'm being released from this. I'm breaking free. It's going to cost money, or in your mind. That's what you're in bondage to. That's what's stopping you. Because all these pentacle cards are in reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4 pentacle cards are in reverse. But, so that's what the bondage is. That's clearly what the bondage is. But I want to tell you that everything's going to be okay here. And with the Magician, I want to say, I was just saying this to a friend the other day. Damn the torpedoes, full steam ahead. Obstacles come up. Obstacles, happen. Shit happens, basically. That's what I wanted to say, but I stopped myself and changed to obstacles. But, the Magician is forging ahead. One of the key things about the Magician is he's got all his tools here. So you have everything you need to make a success, to get where you want to be, to go where you want to go. And the infinity sign is above it. So the infinity sign tells us that, excuse me, I need a drink of water. It's infinite. It's infinite where you could go. I always look at that Musician. What's he pointing at? Smack at that Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is a beautiful card. And it talks to what I was, it addresses this a little here. Because I was saying, the bondage is only in your mind, only in your mind. Seven of Cups is visualizing what you want and making it happen. Free your mind and your ass will follow. Seven of Cups is a loose interpretation of what you want, though. That's one of the key things about it. Because you don't want to say, well, it can only happen this way, and it's only going to be this, this, and this. It's the looser you can be with it, the more Spirit has room to creep in, and you can have some awesome surprises, But it's all good stuff, It's rainbows, and money, and fairies, and bubbles, and stars, So it's, it's visualizing these things you want and making them a reality. And just the Seven of Cups on its own, it's still in the visualization state, which that's clearly what it does talk about. But, excuse me, the Ace, the Magician, I just want to say Ace because he's a 1, and his stance is a number 1, and it's number 1 in the Magician. The Magician says this is very much in the real world. This is very much in a tangible thing that could happen. You can make it happen. It's not just going to fall in your lap when Magician's here. It's going to require effort on your part. But you can make it happen. Worrying about if financially you can swing it isn't going to cut it. It's just not going to cut it. And you're gonna have to leave the past behind and move on. This card, that Moon, is standing out to me, and we do have there's a full moon on the 29th in Pisces, I think. Or is it? No, I'm not sure. There's a new moon on the 14th in Leo, and I think the full moon is on the 29th in Pisces. I think that is correct. So those dates, the 14th, 29th, may be key dates. I was telling somebody else, though, July 31st, we also have a full moon. I mean, it's technically July, but it'll still be active, so it could even be on or around that, or on the 1st. We've got the full moon on the 31st, and then the 1st is, the next day. It's definitely still active there. And not only is that moon card standing up, but the moon is in the spread, too. So, I think I meant to talk about the moon. The moon card, though, I mean, yeah, I could signify some point, some timing aspect for some people. But moon is about intuition, it's about dreams, it's about psychic, it's about your feelings. So, a lot of this is about your feelings. Because it's right by the devil. So you're feeling that you have to stay you're in bondage to some bad situation because of financial things. But the cards are saying that may not be true. that, you know, it's time to take the bull by the horns. It's time to go for it. Magician is a card of action. Go for it. Do it. So Magician is saying full steam ahead. Go for it. Take action. And it points to your dreams becoming a reality. So this is some awesome stuff here. So it's time to do some creative visualization. I would say the new moon would be, you know, important. Well, the new moon is in Leo. Okay, on the 14th. So that's the time to manifest and whatnot. In your case, especially if you're Cancer rising, which means how your wheel lines up. Last time I mentioned rising, people didn't get that. I have a video about rising signs. You can find that in my divination playlist on my channel if you don't understand that concept. But anyways, on the new moon, if you have Cancer rising particularly, in Leo, that's going to be in your second house of money. Money, finance, personal possessions, 3D earth reality. So yeah, this would be a fine time to branch out, start something new financially in your life. Okay, I'm going to do your animal tunnel, but I wanted to give, there's a video, I don't know how clear that video really is, but this is what the video, if you ordered one of these chart readings. So I open up your chart, and you know, I have it on a paper like this and on the tablet, and then I draw live and I talk about it and I point things out. So there's a video that comes with it, but you'll also get this, which is the completed, like, sketchy drawing. You know, it's just drawings of all of what I'm talking about here for everything. So it's, you know, it's kind of a cool thing, and then I share it as a private video via Google, via YouTube. I have another channel called I forget what it's called now, too, private tarot readings or something. But I'll send you all the information if you order it. But it's a pretty cool little thing. I don't think anybody else is doing anything really quite like it. Okay, so what is the animal totem for Cancer for August 2015? I've got it. Dolphin. I'm pulling a lot of repeaters. I pulled dolphin last month too. So I'm going to put it up here rather than trying to hold it to the camera. There should be an image of it for you. I'm going to write it over here so when I go to edit the video, I know what's what. And I'm going to read what I wrote first, and then we'll talk about it a little more. Optimistic, clairaudient, spirit guide, starseed, joyous interaction of fun and play, sexuality, caring for those less fortunate, embracing personal freedom, respecting others' choices. Okay, so that's the dolphin card. The dolphin card is fun and play, but this first part, because they do a lot of, they're very psychic and spiritual, and how I was bringing up the moon for you guys, and the moon was really standing out. And the Seven of Cups is can be like a sort of a psychic spiritual card as well. So that's going to be the thing for you guys. You know, maybe you need to really, you know, get that juices could be really flowing for you. And, you know, you guys are water signs, so Cancers are usually pretty intuitive anyway. You know, you guys usually are. So that's, but I want to say, tune into that. Get with that. Stay true to that. Stay true to that. Don't let your fear come in and stop you from doing things, you know, what you want to do. Be sure to check out this, I'm going to tell you guys real quickly about this interview show I'm doing. I'm really excited about it. It's called Inside the Creative Spirit, and it's about interviews with people who are creative. I've been trying for about 3 years to get this thing going. I finally was able to do it. JD and I sat down and figured out Google Hangouts. And it's edited down into a nice video, and it's going to be an ongoing series. There were some of you, there was a glitch with Google. I couldn't figure it out, but it was live, and it was private. It was marked private. I kept going back and checking. And so there's about 50 people who saw it, the initial raw footage, and that was not meant for human consumption. So, you know, we were just talking about, you know, was how to work the controls, and there was all sorts of glitches. So that was never meant for anybody to see. For some reason, it was marked private, but it was, and I was trying to download it, and I couldn't. I had to leave it up there till I had it downloaded. So it was this whole thing. But if you're one of the 50 or so people that saw that, please, you know, give it another chance. Give it, because now I show the artwork and it's nice and much better. I mean, it's the first time that, the first time it's, there's could be a little bit improvement, of course. I need to wear a microphone is one of the things, but I'm really excited about it. Creativity is my passion, as you know if you watch this. So I'm going to interview all sorts of people. So if you're creative too, or you know somebody who is, that might have something to add to the conversation, and definitely get a hold of me, and maybe we can get together for an upcoming episode. But be sure to check it out. Also, don't forget my book, Tarot in the Modern World, which is available on Amazon. If you're watching these videos to kind of learn how to do tarot, this might be considered the study guide. It's simple, easy to understand, and I also go into how the card may relate with other cards that it shows up with in the deck, which is kind of a unique thing, I believe. Check out my website and my other channels and everything. Thank you all for commenting and watching and liking and sharing and donating. I really appreciate all the donations. It makes it possible to keep going with these free videos. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.